I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you.
Hey there everyone, welcome back to Measure and Mix. Today I'm participating in a collaboration with a fun challenge twist. Courtney from Creative on the Cheap has brought 8 of us YouTubers together to participate in this challenge. So what we had to do was each one of us had to send a box to another one of us in the group with 7 to 10 Dollar Tree items. But the challenge was we had to specify 2 of those items that the other person needed to use in their DIY for their video today. Shannon from the Daily DIYer sent me my box, and I sent a box over to Kristen K. So when you're done here, you can click on the link down below in the description box for Kristen's video, and you should be able to continue around the circle until you get back to me. Now, if you're afraid you missed any videos, you could definitely check out the playlist that is linked down below in the description box as well. Like I said, Shannon from the Daily DIYer sent me my box, and here's what it looks like. She has a little YouTube label on it and sent me a nice little note, so thank you, Shannon. She also sent one of these wooden picture frames and some of these sticker labels, these wooden dowels, these plant labels, some nautical rope, this Flowers and Gardens tin, and then also one of these little plant hangers. And then she wrapped up the 2 items that are supposed to be used for the challenge. So they are this tissue paper tassel garland in white and these 6 mini cordial glasses. So, all right, you guys stick around to find out what I do with these 2 items today. All right, so after much deliberation, the first DIY, I'm gonna be using one of these 3D wreath forms from Dollar Tree. I could use whatever in my craft stash that I already had, and I could use anything else in that box that I needed for these DIYs today. So I had this wreath form in my stash, so I just took it apart, and I'm using the bigger outer ring and one of these smaller inside rings, and I'm taking some cotton twine and tying both of those rings together. I just took 3 pieces of cotton twine, made sure that they were the same length, and tied it to the bigger ring, and then tied the other half to the smaller ring. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get out that tassel garland and just unfold it, and then I cut it in half so that way I'd have more pieces to work with, and I was left with this fringe look here. So what I'm gonna do is just start taking the pieces apart and just wrapping the fringe around the bottom inner ring, which is the smaller ring, and hot gluing it down. And I worked my way all the way around that inner ring, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna have enough fringe to cover this both rings up, but I actually did. I had plenty, so I went ahead and did 2 layers of fringe on each ring. So after I was done with the bottom ring, I went and covered it again with another layer, and then I went back and covered the bigger ring with 2 layers of the fringe as well. So the tassel garland was just made out of tissue paper, so it was really fragile to work with. So I had to be careful when I was pulling layers apart, making sure I didn't rip it before I got it all glued down. Now I did want to add some more texture to this. So I had some white lace ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I just cut some pieces off to hot glue around that top ring. I just did it around the top ring, not the inner ring, because honestly I didn't have enough of it. So I just glued it randomly around the ring. And then I also wanted to add a little more texture, so I was kind of thinking about the boho and the macrame, so I had some of that cotton twine. So what I did was, again, on that top ring, I just hot glued down 3 pieces of cotton twine that was the length of that fringe on that layer. And then I just braided it all the way down and tied it off. And I just added that around that whole top ring. And I just think the ribbon and the braided twine just added a little more interest to the piece. Now to hang this, I wanted to use from the mystery box the plant hanger that was included. So I went ahead and painted it white, and then I just attached it to that top big ring and hooked it around there to hang it. Next, I had these copper wire fairy lights from Dollar Tree that I had in my stash, and I thought it would be fun to add them to the chandelier. So I added them to the smaller inner ring just by wrapping them around the inner ring and just adding a little dab of hot glue as I wrapped them around. Once I got them all wrapped, I did hot glue the battery pack to the top of that ring. Lastly, I added these roses that I had in my stash. They're from Dollar Tree. I just hot glued them to the top bigger ring, and I think it just adds some more color. And I love how this turned out. I think it would be perfect for a little girl's room or maybe a bridal shower or baby shower. I love how cute it looks.
Baby, without I wouldn't know what to. Baby, without you, I wouldn't know what to.
So the second DIY, I got this idea from just searching modern farmhouse decor, and various stores sold this modern scientific wooden glass vase decor. So I'm going to try to replicate it from Dollar Tree items. So I'm using this canvas from Dollar Tree. I just removed the canvas with a little pry bar. I got the staples up, and now I'm left with the frame. So what I'm going to do, or what I already did, you see here, is I cut it in half with a hacksaw, and now I just reinforced the corners with some staples, and I'm just staining them with my Briar Smoke stain. Now I'm going to use the wooden dowels from Dollar Tree, just one of them, and I stain that with the Briar Smoke stain as well. Now after it's all dry, I'm ready to put it together. So what I'm going to do is basically put it together like this. So one side of the frame is inside the other side of the frame, and it sits upward, and I just hot glued those pieces together. So I hope you can see what I'm doing and that all makes sense. Now I'm going to use those mini cordial glasses that were in my mystery box, and I am using 3 of them for this piece. So what I'm doing here is about a quarter of the way down the glass, I'm taking my hot glue gun and I am just pushing it through one side of the glass to make a hole, and then I just inserted my dowel into that hole that I made, and then I just marked the spot to make another hole on the other side of the glass, and so that way I would have 2 holes on each glass that lined up, if that makes sense as well. So then I can insert my dowel all the way through the cordial glasses, and that is what I'm doing here. I'm just inserting the dowel through all 3 of the glasses so that they are hanging like this. Once my glasses were all on my dowel, I needed to attach the dowel to the inside of the frame like so. So I just used some hot glue to attach the dowel. I would recommend using something a little bit stronger, like wood glue or E6000 or something, because now you see here I'm adding some rocks. These rocks are from Dollar Tree. They were just in my stash. And since I'm adding the rocks to the glasses do get a little heavy. So you just want to make sure that it is supported enough to hold everything up and it doesn't come undone. Then I just added some greenery from Dollar Tree to the little glasses, and that was it for this modern farmhouse piece of decor.
I think we're part of something bigger, and now my mind is filled with you. Oh, you know, 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 oh, you know. Baby, without.
All Alright, for the third DIY, I was inspired by the last DIY, but I'm going to make this vase a little bit different. I'm going to use the picture frame that was in the mystery box and remove the picture and the little prongs that hold the picture in. Give this a couple coats of white chalk paint, and I'm going to use the rest of the cordial glasses. I'm going to paint the inside of them with some pink chalk paint, so that way I don't have to worry about them chipping or anything. Once they're dry, I am going to go ahead and put my picture frame together so that it stands up with that little dowel, which I also painted white. And I'm just going to go ahead and attach the 3 glasses to the front of the picture frame with some hot glue. Then I decided that it needed a little bit of something else, so I took that white lace ribbon that I used before in this video, and I just wrapped the top and the bottom of each one of these glasses with it, and I just used some hot glue to secure it down. Ideally, I would have done this before I attached the glasses, but since I didn't think of it till afterwards, I just had to work with what I had already done. Once that was done, I just put the little stand back in and added these cute little flowers from Dollar Tree, and that was it.
Know what to do. Baby, without I wouldn't know what to do. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know.
Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this fun challenge. I know I did. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with someone you know, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.